Hey everyone, and welcome to our nutrition education video. You are with your girl, Keisha Luke, culinary nutritionist, digestive educator. We are in the kitchen, but as you can tell, we're doing something a little bit different today. So I really wanted to get up close and personal with all of you about me, about my own nutritional journey and what I am currently going through right now. So I have an interview style video. Take a look.
How did this plant-based nutritional journey start for you?
So it started about 3 to 4 months ago, since January. And it was literally like I woke up one day and it was kind of like, we're not gonna eat meat anymore. And I was kind of like, okay. And when I say who I'm speaking to, it was just kind of a guidance. I just felt it in my gut, my intuition just told me, that I'm moving away from meat. And so I just said, hey, okay, I didn't think anything of it until now we're in May. We're in the month of May, and all of a sudden I realized that 3-4 months have gone by where it's like, Keish, you haven't eaten any meat.
So you woke up and you decided to make this drastic change. What did you start with? What do you eat now?
Yeah, so mine isn't as drastic, so I just want to make this known to everybody that I am in transition, okay? So with that being said, I am still eating eggs, not as much. I never really ate a lot of eggs to begin with. I still eat shrimp as well as fish, again, sometimes not as much. But I just felt in my soul, in my spirit, that I needed to really increase my plant-based foods. And it's something more that really resonated with me on a digestive and spiritual level versus, it being another fad or hopping on the bandwagon, because, it's cool to, let's say, be more plant-based or be vegan. Forget the titles, you know what I mean? Let's really forget the titles here and go back to how it is that you're truly feeling inside. What's resonating with you? What's aligning with your body? If it doesn't align with you, get rid of it.
Is everyone in your household on the same journey as you?
No, but I must say they're very supportive. So it's mom and I, and she's been absolutely supportive. So it's so funny because she'll make like a dish, let's say, for instance, such as the chicken stew, in which then I will literally turn around and just kind of add like, lentils to it. And we're both eating the same dish, but just by substituting one ingredient. By the way, for all of you viewers who are watching and listening, make sure that you check out my cooking video on Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where I'm gonna show you how to make the lentil veggie stew.
Can you elaborate on how you handle living with someone without the same dietary preferences as you?
Yeah, so what I've learned, and again, everybody, just so you know, I've been a meat eater for 34 years. Okay, of my life. And again, this is 3-4 months now, okay? This is 3-4 months. And I want to forget the titles, like I said again, but just for the purpose of this conversation, this interview, I just want to make it known to everyone that it's not that hard. People think that you literally have to prepare like 2, 3, 4 different dishes. You really don't. It's taking one item and substituting it. Mom would make it with chicken, but just by substituting, eliminating the chicken and replacing that with the lentils, you have the same dish. So you can actually have the exact same dishes just by substituting one ingredient or a couple ingredients, and you're making it more healthy, more nutritious, and of course, in this case, more plant-based.
And do you feel the lentils gives you that same feeling of the chicken, or do you ever miss the chicken?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna be so honest with you right now, in kind of going through this transition as well. And the reason why I knew it was time now to go through it is because I don't have the cravings anymore. And yes, it's real that sometimes you do get those meat cravings, whether it's the steak, you know what I mean, especially at the time of the month, ladies, we all know this, right? Or the red meats. It's important to understand that. So as I've gone through this transition, I stopped having those cravings, and that's how I knew that it's time. When you are going through a transition like this, It's important to remember one thing, that you're doing it for you and that you're not doing it because somebody else is pushing you to do it or you're being judged by others, okay? Be authentic to yourself, okay? Be authentic in any journey that you're going through right now. And like I said, forget the titles. This is about, for me personally, my personal journey of what I'm going through, this is about healing. It's about healing my digestive system even more so. It is about becoming more nutritionally and digestively in tune with my body. And these are the reasons why, for me, going plant-based has just resonated with me.
Some people might be scared to go on this journey because they don't think that there's anything out there to eat or order in now during these times. What is your experience like?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I agree with that, you know? And this is I agree that there aren't that many choices out there, you know, if you are in the transitioning phase, you know, into plant-based foods. And honestly, that's why I created Nutrition It Up, my meal delivery service. So for me, it actually brought more of a creative touch to the kitchen for me, because you really have to get creative here when you're talking plant-based. I just want to say this. Being plant-based doesn't just mean eating lettuce, okay? Or eating salad all the time. Please, let's be real here. It's also about really making sure that you are intaking the proper minerals, vitamins, nutrients daily to sustain a plant-based lifestyle. That's key here, and that is truly important.
You're still in transition with this journey, but what are some of the changes? Have you noticed any changes since you made this change in your diet?
Definitely. So my skin is more supple. My hair is a lot longer, and those of you who have been following me will know that I even shaved off the side of my head, and look, it's like grown back like completely already. And my energy levels are a lot higher than before. And I mean, I have some pretty high energy, right? But it's just increased. I'm just finding more of an increase, especially in my self-awareness, right? How is it that I'm feeling? I find that I'm more balanced within my body. I find that I have a lot more mental clarity. That I must tell you. And again, these are just, you know, personal characteristics or things that I have found in my own personal journey, the differences, right? And even some of the similarities, because again, yes, I've had, you know, high energy, but now it's just on a different level. It's almost like it's a boost, you know what I mean? A lot more increased energy.
Awesome. Is there anything you're looking forward to in the future? How long are you going to stick to this? What is your plans?
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, man, I'm going with the flow. I'm not putting a time frame. I'm not using a title. Just for those of you who, you know, out there, I'm not saying that I am a vegan. I'm not saying that I'm a vegetarian. I'm not calling myself a pescatarian. What I am saying though is I don't eat meat. That's the difference. I'm not gonna label myself, like, you know, box myself in. And again, you never know. You never know what the future may hold, right? Like I said, I almost feel like this is a transition that I'm going through, and perhaps many of you out there may be going through it, and you also maybe face sometimes judgments of others to be like, oh, so one day you're vegan and then the next day you're eating meat, or you're eating, who cares? You know what I mean? Stop with the judgments. Just just be within yourself and however it is that you're feeling. Listen to your body, you know what I mean? Listen to your gut. The intuition, that's the most important thing here, that gut feeling. Those of you out there, if you are struggling and you may be going through this kind of a transition, such as myself, or you're thinking about it, I'm gonna say this to you, okay? Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you have your right intentions in mind and that you're truly doing it for yourself and not to please anybody else or because of judgments from everybody else, okay? That's what's important here. And I hope that all of you continue to receive that information and all of the videos that I do put out there, because this is huge for me. This is why I created the YouTube channel, is because I want everybody, I don't care of your race, your creed, your culture, what you eat, or you know, the label that you may ascribe to, all are welcome in Keisha's kitchen. And I want everybody to know that You can come here anytime, every Tuesday at 12 o'clock. You're receiving more recipes, cooking recipes, and yes, they are going to be more plant-based recipes. And on Thursdays at 12 o'clock, you're going to receive the nutrition education videos to dive a little bit more deeper into your self-awareness, into you, how it is that you're feeling digestively, and how to be able to combat, let's say, cravings or symptoms of conditions using whole food nutrition. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining me today on this journey. And it takes guts, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm very vulnerable with all of you because I want to show you that it's okay. It's okay if you eat meat, if you don't eat meat, if you want to ascribe to titles or not, vegan, vegetarian, meat eater, doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares? Just be you. Be authentically you. So until next week, when we are in the kitchen rustling up some lentil veggie stew, I will catch you all later, and thank you for joining me again. Health is wealth.